Hey guys, it's Malone back on the ASL YouTube channel, and I'm here with week 2 of the weekly recap. And as you can see, I already messed up and showed OBS on the screen, so that's a very great start. But anyways, yes, we are here with week 2 of the weekly recap. This is basically one of my first videos this season. I'm not on that much series yet, just mainly weekly recap. So that's good, and then I'll have the series coming out soon, which I just won't say because it's a big surprise that nobody knows about, except some people know about it. But anyways, we are here with week 2 of the weekly recap. This is going to be a rotational series with 3 different hosts, I think. Not sure if TCP said that, but I mean, here we are. But, well, I guess we'll just get right into it with the first battle, which is going to be Texas versus Shadow. So, the first weekly hero is going to be Tana this week, which you guys will see later, and Zero Aura also picking up 2 kills. So we're going to start off with the Zero Aura versus we're trying to set up on the Smeargle, and right now the Smeargle just appears to be setting up the hazards like usual. Looks like my arrow will come in and kill the Zero Aura, but it shows to be Shookaberry and good set by Shadow, and he's able to pick up 2 kills with Zero Aura, and already off to a good start. This was a 4-0, which brought Shadow up to 1-1 plus 2. So, pretty good for Shadow. Pretty good start, I'd say. But anyways, here comes Texas, and he's going to get his first kill on the Armaldo. But the Armaldo does remove the hazards. We're going to have Zero Aura come back in, just trying to break Texas' team as much as he can during the Hidden Power Grass. I believe Hidden Power Grass. We got Porygon 2 showing the Electro Web versus the Fortress. Interesting set considering Fortress is already a pretty slow boy, but it is what it is. Definitely trying to catch this Tapu Koko is what I think. So Tapu Koko comes in on the Porygon 2, and yep, he does slow it with the Electro Web. Guessing he'll switch out. Yep, goes into Landorus, basically getting a free switch in. However, goes for the U-turn, and Texas makes a nice play by staying in. But Shadow goes into Gyarados, and another good play. So right now it's kind of back and forth. He starts setting it with Gyarados, but the Swampert is able to wear him out with Porygon 2. He's definitely trying to chip Texas's team for Kartana, the weekly hero. So I believe that's going to happen right now. Kartana's going to come in, set up a Swords Dance, and most likely just sweep his team. Shadow already using Kartana better than I did last season. It lives the Thunderbolt barely on 6%. And I believe that's going to allow him to win the game right there. Alright, so as TCP said last week, I'm also going to struggle. I just showed you guys like the ASL doc and my team builder. That's cool. Anyways, you guys can see how I'm struggling with this. Oh, we did it. Alright. Well, did I do something wrong? I didn't. You know what? I didn't. You guys are just going to have to suffer while I do this display kind of off. But second match of the week, we have myself, Melone, Salient Swablues versus Peach and the Woodland Weaviles. It was a 1-0 by me with the second weekly hero, Mega Diancie. There was definitely a little hacks in this game, but I'll just let you guys see for yourself. So we're gonna start off with the Incineroar versus the Bronzong lead. I was predicting the Bronzong. Just shoutouts to me because I'm very good. Just kidding. So I'm gonna go for the knockoff here, just trying to take the item off of anything that he has to switch in. Unfortunately, he misses the Nature's Madness, which does kind of suck for him, but my Lucky Licky is Wish, as shown basically right afterwards. I'm going to go into Galvantula and get out my Sticky Webs as he sets up his rocks, and then he Toxics me in a Misty Terrain, which is definitely a little interesting. But now he has broken my Sash and is shown Protect, so now I know that he's the Toxic Stall Bronzong. I'm going to have to switch out here into something, and I'm going to Licky Licky, which does get Toxicked, but I believe I have Heal Bell. If I even use it, I'm not sure. He goes into Muck, which is very nice for him. As you guys might be able to tell, the team that I brought had basically nothing for Muck, which allowed it to have 3 kills. But I do go into Volbeat and Encore him, so just great plays in general. Luckily, I'm able to somewhat wall this, although yeah, he's eventually able to get the burn. So I'm going to have to switch out. So Volbeat's very weak, but I do go into Diancie predicting Fire Punch. Now I don't want to get gunk shotted, so I'm going to have to basically sack something, and I sack Galvantula because I just really wanted the webs from it. And I thought I could handle the Feeny and Noctowl and the Kingler decently well. Gonna go for another knockoff, probably not as good as a play considering Feeny has already taken it. And then he gets rid of my web, so not looking great for me. But Volbeat is able to heal up on the switch out and most likely U-turn here, yes. So he'll probably get his Stealth Rocks back up, except he gets paralyzed. So I'm going to start Swords Dancing here with the Bruxish, and he gets paralyzed again, which really sucks. He's luckily able to get off a Toxic on this Bruxish, but his Bronzong's basically useless at this point. Except I switch out into Diancie, predicting the Protect, and then I sub because I don't really know what I was doing. But he reveals Earthquake, so Bronzong's basically just getting free chip until I kill it. So Diancie's already kind of low. Gotta sack something again to this Muck, but he misses Gunk Shot. So I just keep getting lucky. And it's just kind of I'm just gonna try to stall a little bit, see what he wants to do, if he wants to keep doing it. He eventually switches out into Noctowl as I think that was a prediction, and I went for U-turn. I don't even know. He then predicts my Feeny, or not, I don't even know what I'm saying. He gets one shot by the Moonblast with a crit. It did 2-shot him, but at that point, like, it does kind of stink, because, you know, he might have switched, but I don't think that mattered. But anyways, he's going to go into the Kingler on my Incineroar, and I have to go into Licky Licky, because I have nothing for this Kingler. However, my Licky Licky does have attack investment, and he does go for the Swords Dance, which is necessary if he wanted to sweep my team. Although, I don't even know. I guess it was really just to break the Licky Licky, because if he had knockoff, he probably won. So, Gallade comes in and tries to set up on this Licky Licky, but at this point, I don't really need Licky Licky for anything, and I can't really allow it to set up, so I'm just going to spam return until he decides to kill me. At this point, Gallade's in a pretty good spot. It just needs to... His set had a very small amount of attack. So I double out into Incineroar, and I'm not sure why. I think I just realized that I could have got the Intimidate late, which is kind of stupid. But he kills my Incineroar, and I'm able to kill him with the Mega Diancie and live a Drain Punch because he was not max attack. And this roll was in my favor, but it was still a Haxie Metal nonetheless. So I'm forced to go for the Moonblast just to get the chip on the Muck, and it heals almost back up to full with the Agua Berry. And it looks like Muck has the game secured, except I go for a Disable. And either way, I mean, he's still probably going to win if he hits Gunk Shot. And then he missed Gunk Shot. So, that being said, I'm going to be able to pick up the win with Bruxish. Honestly, probably should have made that the weekly hero instead of Mega Diancie because they had the same differential. but I didn't. So with some hacks, I'm able to beat Peach and the Woodland Weaviles. Now you're gonna have to bear with me again as I change the slides. This is going very well. Alright, you guys saw nothing. So now we've got Cody and Lone Lapras versus Bash in the New York Muse. This was a 4-0 in Cody's favor, bringing him up to 2-0, plus 9, and bringing Bash to 1-1 minus 1. Overall, Cody's just very good, so it was somewhat expected, but unfortunately for Bash, he is put in the negatives for his differential. No weekly heroes from Cody because he was able to spread the kills around pretty evenly. Alright, we're going to have a Regigigas lead from Bash as Cody reveals the Water Spout on Blastoise. Bash does reveal the sub, so it looks like he's going to have to... He T-waves the Blastoise. No, it's just... Right. It's interesting that he's using Regigigas, but he is. Cody's able to kill the Regigigas pretty easily despite getting paralyzed. Takes nothing from the Drain Punch. Bash then predicts the Steelix and goes for Flamethrower, which is a nice play. And then goes for the U-turn on the Gardevoir. Another good play. And has a lot of momentum in here with Aggron. But basically loses all of it as he goes for Heavy Slam on this Blastoise. Cody then predicts the Milotic and goes into Tapu Bulu and is able to go for anything. And he goes for a Bulk Up. Stays in on the Megalodios, takes the Psychic despite the crit, and picks up a kill. Although it looks like Tapu Bulu is not going to be able to do much else. Player off misses from Bash, which does stink, and allows Cody to break the disguise. However, player off still barely kills. I don't know if it barely killed. I don't know why I said barely afterwards. This lets Cody go into Heatran, and Bash goes into Milotic. He's only switching to this thing at this point. However, Cody shows the Z Bloom Doom and picks up a kill on the Milotic. Great prep by Cody. He then shows the Earth Power one-shotting the Aggron, and then goes into Mimikyu. Bash sets up a Swords Dance with Mimikyu and avoids the Magma Dream, which Magma Storm. What is Magma Dream? I can't speak. And then player off misses, and Cody gets off a Dark Pulse plus Aqua Jet, and misses player off again, which just sucks. So unfortunately for Bash, I believe Cody might have still had that game because I believe he had something Scarf, but maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. But unfortunately, it was just there's a lot of hacks this week, so Cody is going to pick up the win, and Gardevoir is going to get this last kill very slowly, but it is going to happen eventually right now. Alright, the next battle is going to be... That's the dock again. I need help. Not really. Alright, so got the Washington Red Skitty and Matt Metagross versus Altaria Motives and the Human Scolipede. Altaria Motives is picking up the 2-0 win. No weekly heroes either. Another evenly spread game. But it does put Ian up to 2-0 plus 6. And moves Matt down to 0-2 minus 5. So definitely not out of it because his differential is not terrible. Alright. So for the leads, we're going to have Skarmory and Azelf. Probably the favoring matchup is Ian's, and it is as he gets off a huge chip on Skarmory as it sets up rocks. This does allow Nihilego to switch in fairly easily, however, it could be risking a Psychic play. And then goes for Hidden Power Ground, predicting the Magneton, which is a great play. As I blow my nose. And then ASL's gonna come in and Side Shock, do a lot of damage to the Gastrodon. And Matt is gonna have to sack it, go into Skarmory. I'm not sure why he went into Skarmory, but he did. Maybe expecting to outspeed, even though ASL is pretty fast. Anyways, Kim's gonna come in and Dragon Claw on this Hitmontop, but it's going to be able to beat live another Dragon Claw and go for a close combat. As the Infernape comes in, and it's going to get off a free hit or setup. Goes for the Flare Blitz on the Clefable, but the Clefable seems to wall this pretty easily, unless he's Z-move variant. And Clefable heals as the Basculin comes in. Shout out to Keister, because he loves Basculin. And Clefable is going to try to set up on this Basculin with Cosmic Power. I hope this doesn't get stalled here, else I'm going to have to speed it up. Would be a shame if I sped it up. Goes out into Nihilego as Ian misses the Charge Beam, which is kind of sucks for him, and it looks like Clefable is going to die. Definitely is. It looks like he's just going to sack it. Yep, he's just going to sack the Clefable, get out some chip on the Nihilego, and allow Beedrill most likely to come in for free. And he basically has a free hit here. I believe anything will get 2-shot at this point. He's going to go for the knockoff, taking off Basculin's Choice Band, which puts it out of range for Aqua Jet and allows him to kill it. He's going to just... oh, the Nihilego is Scarfed, which allows Matt to kill the Beedrill anyways, although it was already out of range, although Hitmontop could have removed the rock, so... you know, a lot of stuff happening. Hydreigon is going to Outrage and outspeed this Kyurem and take out Kyurem, which is a huge threat to his team. Then gets a free switch into Infernape and goes for the close combat. It is a 2-shot unless it has leftovers, which it doesn't. So Infernape is going to pick up a kill, and then Hitmontop is going to come in and clean. I think. Probably his Bullet Punch. Or Mach Punch, that works. Lives the Dazzling Gleam because Hitmontop is very thick. And Human Scolpies are going to pick up the 2-0 win over the Washington Reds Giddy. Next battle is going to be TCP versus Brad. Let's see if I can do it successfully. Alright. So this was a 5-0 in TCP's favor, picking him up to 0 differential after his I guess you could say disastrous week 1 battle versus Cody. But we all know TCP is a great battler and he's able to turn it around. His opponent, however, Brad, is another great battler. Both finalist players in the season of the ASL, including 2-time champion TCP. But Brad is unfortunately going to lose 5-0 after his 1-0 win over Bret. Weekly hero is going to be Jirachi for TCP. We're going to have the Rotom versus Charizard lead. TCP already gets a flinch on the Charizard, so that's a good start for Brad. Gets another flinch and already not looking good. He's going to go out into Mega Audrina, probably just, he's going to protect Scout. TCP goes for the sub, some good prep, and most likely just go for some flinches. Seems like it's just going to be like this for a while. Goes for the Copycat, but unfortunately does not get rewarded. And he's just going to stay in the Dark Pulse, not much. He's going to go out, Brad's going to go out into the Crocodile, and, potentially be able to break this Rotom, this Zoroark, because it's Zoroark. Honestly, I didn't even know it was Zoroark. And I say that, but I didn't even look at TCP's team, and I did not see that he had a Zoroark, but good playing by TCP to start out the game. Gives him a lot of momentum. We're going to have Rotom in here on the Tornadus, and is going to switch out. Both switch, And allow Fortress to get off a hit on the Palo Sand. That's probably, yep, sets up rocks. We're getting, and Brad's able to see how much this Fortress is able to do. TCP defogs right away though, and the rocks are right off the field. And then Brad is going to sack his Charizard to the Jirachi, and then the Scissor dies to the Rachi. And now Tornadus is going to come in, most likely Dark Pulse. Potentially has Z move here, but it doesn't. Brad's gonna go into Palo Sand, try to get his rocks again. But Fortress will probably come back in, except TCP goes for the overheat and allows Palo Sand to get the rocks. He then goes into Tornado, still takes a decent amount, and most likely he goes to the Hurricane and gets T-Wave, which is pretty unfortunate. Looks like TCP has the game at this point because he has nothing to outspeed. Because Brad has nothing to outspeed his threats. Fortress is going to come in to remove the rocks as Audino comes in. And Jirachi is going to come in and heal Bell, allowing the Tornadus to potentially outspeed things again. But it looks like Jirachi is just going to hacks the heck out of Brad, as we will see. Maybe if I just put it on fast again, so it'll just show TCP using his superior skill, aka hacking, to beat Brad. So definitely unfortunate for Brad that he lost 5-0, but it is what it is. He'll definitely be able to bounce back next week. I was saying that as hoping the battle would end, but it's not over yet. He's going to sack the Palo Sand and then come back in with Audino and most likely just die again. He's gonna kill the Audino with Jirachi sooner or later. Just get one more. Alright, that's fine. Just keep going. Just keep going. Knocks off the Custap Berry. Maybe he was Custap Explosion. Get the flinch. Another flinch, please. Alright, this is a... I feel like I shouldn't skip turns because it's like a weekly recap, but it's just weird. But Brad is trying to hang on there with the protects. Ian is saving, or TCP is saving PP. He does go for the knockoff there, and he is basically going to lose the Audino because TCP has to flinch this turn. Yep. Gonna probably go for protect again. Who would have guessed? And with that, TCP is going to win. Just has to kill this Tornadus. Tornadus does kill the Rachi. Well-deserved kill after those flinches. But Salamence lives the Supersonic Sky Strike and kills it with Dragon Pulse. That was a long battle. But anyways, next battle is Vish versus Static. Let's see here if I can pull it up again. And we did it first try. So this was a 4-0 in Vish's favor, getting 2 kills for Heliolisk, Lando T, and Hitmonlee, bringing him up to 2-0 plus 10 and atop the leaderboard thus far. Static moves to 1-1 -1, so basically right in the middle of the pack, facing a tough opponent in Vish. So we're gonna have the Savali Dragon versus Lando lead. Goes for Icy Wind just to try to catch that Landorus and lower its speed, as well as just get a 4-time super effective move. Wait, did we just see 2 Icy Winds from 2 different mons in like 3 turns? But all of a sudden, we see a Swords Dance from Shaman. We've got Encore Sub from Vish, and we've got some pretty crazy sets. Luckily, no flinch for Vish as Static breaks the sub. Lando T is able to come in and get up rocks as Stunfisk does the turn before. The Draco from Savali does very small amount and is going to die to this Continental Crush. This allows Shaman to come in and take a U-turn. However, I would not say it took the U-turn because it is now at 34%, which is not great. Goes for a Swords Dance showing natural gift, so he accepts from static. I'll give that to him. Gonna go for the Zen Headbutt, trying to stall out this this Demise, and he is, but Fish is going to switch into Togekiss. Static then switches out, which makes us believe that the Togekiss was potentially faster, or that Shaman had little investment. And then Stunfisk is going to come in and get Static's first kill of the game killing Togekiss. Lano's going to be able to come in basically for free and get a kill. He's going to kill this Shaman with Earthquake. And Mawil's going to be able to come in. I'm guessing he'll switch out into Toxapex. Yep. As Static goes for a Sucker Punch. Baton passes into Hoopa just in case Fish tried to double. And allows Static to go into his Hoopa. Pin Missile from Fish is going to not kill the Hoopa because it only got 2 hits, which is very unfortunate. And Stunfisk is going to come in and take it rather well, but it probably isn't going to take a Scald. Basically just allowing Toxapex to get free recovery. The discharge does unfortunately get the para, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot at this point. I'm getting like spammed on Discord. Alright, so we're gonna go to Heliolisk, the weekly hero from last week for Vish, and it is going to finally kill this Stunfisk. However, basically a free switch in for Mawile. Mawile then goes for the Baton Pass. Oh man, that is rough. Probably predicting a switch. But Haunter does get a kill with the Destiny Bond, which is going to be Static's last kill. And it looks like Hitmonlee is going to maybe clean. He predicts and goes for Sucker Punch. Wow, that's some good play. This was a very good battle, I think, between the two sides. Vish making good play there at the end, but overall well played by both teams. Was that cringy? It sounded cringy. You guys are welcome. There's some cringe for you guys. Alright, last battle. We've got Bret versus Splurge in the final showdown. And let me tell you guys, it was a good one. Because Splurge here, it really isn't because Splurge won. I'm sorry, Bret. You got this. You know, I think Bret's actually been playing well this season, but unfortunately he's not been able to pick up the dub. But that's besides the point. Splurge has been able to pick up the 4-0 win here over Bret, bringing him up to 1-1 -2, and bringing Bret down to 0-2 -5. So overall, Bret still has a decent differential, despite his 2 losses. And the final weekly hero is going to be Celesteela, going 3-0. So leads, we're gonna have Alolan Persian here on this. Ampharos, gonna go for the Parting Shot. Garfield's great name. The Dragon Pulse, just scouting out damage. Suicune's gonna come in, and it's already just looking like it's gonna be a stall fest. And I'm not gonna jump to conclusions here, but looking at Splurge's team. Alright, good taunt from Bret, and maybe go for Parting Shot. Come on, Bret. And he goes for Parting Shot, except he gives Superior the attack boost, which is unfortunate. However, it does not want to take an Overheat, and it switches into the Mega Ampharos. Able to take that pretty well, and Bret's forced to switch out here. Or go for Eerie Impulse. Do 14%. That's some good prep from Bret there. And he goes out into Chungus the Mamoswine. 10 out of 10 name. We're going to see Quagsire come in. And the Celesteela comes in on the Mew. Oh, I remember this now. Goes for the Heavy Slam. And he misses Fire Blast, which just sucks for Bret, because he definitely would have had a better chance at this game if he had hit that. because Celestial is going to basically wall the rest of Bret's team besides Manectric, which is very unfortunate. It's then going to kill the Quagsire as Bret finally goes into Mega Manectric and predicts something, goes into Metagross. Potentially a good play. I really don't know. I guess he has Earthquake on this, right? No, he has Ice Punch. Still, I think it was a prediction. I don't know. Sport is going to predict a switch and go for Toxic, but this allows Metagross to get off 2 Thunder Punches. No burn from Scald yet. Bret's going to switch into Mega Manectric. Definitely does not want to get Scald Bird. But Sport is going to go for the rest and heal, speaking up to full Chesto Berry. I said Bash because it's his nickname. And Sport is beloved what's it called? Claydol. I'm like for my memory. I don't know what's happening. Every time I do a video. Anyways, Claydol is going to be able to just get off some massive hits on Bret's team, tanking these hits. But Sport is going to come in and predict the parting shot and get boosts. I don't think he's going to stay in though again on this Mega Manectric, because there'd really be no need to risk it. Bret makes a nice prediction, goes for Volt Switch, and allows him to go into Como and get a kill with close combat. I believe this Como was, well, actually I don't even know. I don't want to say the set because who knows. Although I'm guessing they told each other. So, but basically this Como, it's not looking like this Como is going to be able to set up because he might have done that on the Ampharos. Although who knows, because Ampharos probably could one-shot it. So I can't say anything yet. But this person is just going to get walled by Suicune and die to that, which allows the Manectric to come in and go for an overheat, predicting a switch, most likely into Mamoswine. However, it just gets Toxic, and now Splurge switches out, predicting the Electric type move, and he does predict correctly. At this point, Bret is probably just trying to set up for a Como victory, although it's not looking likely. Even with this, as the Claydol goes for Trick Room, gets rid of the rocks, really just taking forever. And finally, the Como is going to come in, tank the Dazzling Gleam, but it shows Outrage, revealing that it is probably a choice set or not set up, because if it was set up, it would probably have set up on the Claydol, and Splurge is going to come in and get the dub, and that is going to be it. We're going to go to the overview. Can you guys even... Okay, there we go. The overview is not up because I messed up the thing. What if I did that, moved it over here? Okay, clearly you guys won't be able to see this. Alright, you know what, I tried. We're just gonna undo that because that didn't happen. I keep saying So, that was weekly recap for week 2. I'll go over the scores really quickly for this week just to do that. We have PC Barcelona beating Dallas Mudsdale 4-0. St. Louis Swablues beating Woodland Weaviles 1-0. London Lapras beating New York Muse 4-0. Human Skull Peds winning 2-0 over the Washington Redskitty. Hartford Whalmers beating the St. Louis Samurott 5-0. Rangers Weavile beating the Intermilonics 4-0, and Bracknell Beedrills beating Riverside Otters 4-0 as well. A lot of 4-0 victories this week, 4 of them. So, thank you guys again for watching this. I know the graphics were not great. I'm still trying to work this out. Stay tuned. I believe Eliminator game should be up soon afterwards with TCP. Power rankings eventually in the week with myself because Bash is out of town. I think that's the deal. So that'll be fun. Me and Bret. And hopefully we'll be able to finish this tag lock soon as well with the podcast at the end of that. If that was supposed to say hidden, I'm sorry. I don't think it was though. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'm Malone. Bye bye.